Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 25th. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this card that says, show the world the real you, and this card that says, take time to breathe out. So I feel like it is time for you to breathe out, take a deep breath, right? But you also have this card that says, show the world the real you. And I feel that for a lot of you, like a lot of your readings have been talking about you changing as a person, you changing your career, or, changing the things that you do in life. Like, I think that Leo specifically have had a story for a very long period of time, and it's just like you're changing that story. And it's funny that you have the world here, because really I think all the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, have all a major part of the astrology right now is that fixed signs could be changing their story, and this is Chris's crappy astrology here. Of course, it's not accurate astrology, but sometimes I think Chris's crappy astrology is more accurate anyway. But what I would say here is that I look at Leo's chart, and, the reason I look at Leo's chart so much is because I live with a Leo. I was raised with Leos, right? My dad's a Leo. My brother is a Leo. So, what I would say here is that I know you, Leo. I know your Leo energy, and I think that for a lot of you that you're undergoing this, like deep transformations, and these deep transformations are going to probably take you places you've never even been before. And I don't care if you're 90 years old, right? Even if you're 90 years old, you could be going on new adventures or starting new things, doing things you never thought you would do. And I really feel that's what this reading is saying, plain and simple. I mean, you have this gateway card, which has a unicorn on it. You have this fork in the road card, which has a llama that has horns on it. And I'll show you that at the end. So I really feel like you're going to be doing things in your life that you never thought you would do, but I think these things are whatever it is going to lead to a lot of fulfillment. You have the Nine of Cups here, which is like total wish fulfillment, happiness, good things coming in for you. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is like fortune. I mean, not fortune after difficulty, although I felt like saying that, which is weird. The Ten of Wands is about, kind of coming to the end of a long journey. I really do feel like the universe, it's kind of a weird message that I get here, but I feel like this is, the card itself is saying that the universe wants you to be rewarded, but it's like you're not, so I hope that makes sense. I feel like the universe is saying like, oh, we have these rewards for you, but here you are kind of like carrying these heavy burdens, he's carrying those 10 wands. And, personally, I like the 10 of wands because he planted these wands, but his home is right here, and he's about to put those wands down. He's about to have a harvest. So it's a good card. I don't care what anyone says, to me, the 10 of wands is a good card. But at the same time, it's almost like you're not having harvest. I hope we're going to clarify that in a minute, and we'll see what, there's more to that story, and I want to get it. You have the Emperor here. So some of you could be attracting an Emperor or an Empress if you're looking for a divine counterpart. I also kind of feel like this is saying that you're ready to take action on something. And, you could just be ready to take action on these new directions in your life, doing things that you've never done before. And let's see. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is actually a blessing in disguise. So Ten of Swords, he's making this symbol with his hands right here, and it represents a blessing. It's the same symbol that the Hierophant is making. And so I look at the Ten of Swords as a blessing in disguise. You have two tens here. So two tens can definitely represent an ending or something coming to an end. Not only that, you have the World here with this gateway card. So you're clearly having an ending, or something is coming to an end, and you're having like a new beginning is kind of what this is saying to me. With the, here you go, are you kidding? With the Ten of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So 10, 10, 10. Could be an important number for you. I love tens in tarot. To me, they're all pretty much, positive. Even the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can say you've reached rock bottom, or, it can represent victim mentality as well and things like that. But he's dead. It doesn't get much worse than this. And again, really, he represents like a blessing in disguise, or, it can say that something difficult has happened. But again, it's a blessing in disguise. And again, with the Ten of Pentacles, I think you're going to be feeling more secure in the future. Ten of Pentacles is, building and leaving a legacy. It's like everything you want and desire in your life. So I feel like you could be attracting like a lot of good stuff here. With the Emperor, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a change in your fortunes, and the Wheel of Fortune can also represent your destiny. I feel like the universe is almost like calling you to do something great here as well. Like, it's almost like the universe is challenging you to take control of your destiny, or to change your life in some way. So if you are feeling restricted, or, if you're feeling like you can't have certain things in your life, I feel like the universe is saying, no, you can have more than you thought possible, but you have to take control and put the work in. So that's what I would do here. This is going in a weird direction, but I like it. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this gateway card and this community card. I definitely feel you are stepping through this gateway. I'll show you over here. There's like a unicorn on the other side of this gateway, which is, crazy. So, this could represent some sort of dream or something that is a unicorn for you. So you could be entering into a special time. And with this community card, I feel like this is saying, obviously, the community could be helping you through a transformation or a change that you're undergoing. You have the world, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. The world is, of course, an achievement or success coming in for you. The world is about kind of like going through this portal in the middle of the card and kind of being reborn. But this lady here, she is a sorceress, and she is able to create worlds. So I feel that you, Leo, at this time are able to create your own world, or you are creating worlds at this time. And I would do whatever you can to work on that. I would do whatever you can to create your own new world at this time, or to kind of like create something new in your life. And I think that for a lot of you, it just has to do with believing in yourself with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, a card of conviction. Seven of Wands says when you know that, when you truly believe something deep down inside, that's when it will happen, like whatever it is that you believe. So if you're trying to accomplish something or do something in your life, the more that you believe it, the better with the Seven of Wands. I also feel that the Seven of Wands is talking about boundaries, or kind of like putting up certain boundaries in your life. But sometimes with the Seven of Wands, we have to kind of draw a line in the sand with ourselves. Like maybe there are certain things that we have to quit doing, or there's certain new habits that we have to develop. It's like if we know that to be successful, we have to wake up early, or whatever it's that's just an example. Whatever it is for you, right? The Seven of Wands is about kind of making the commitment to yourself that you're going to do something so that you can be successful. And that's kind of the message I'm getting here for you, Leo, is that it's not so much like saying that you have to put up boundaries with other people, which normally is what it represents. And of course, that's always a good idea. But I feel it's more saying that you have to make a commitment to yourself and stick to it. And I feel like if you do that, you'll be successful. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is my card I call Indiana Jones. To me, it's a card of going on a crazy adventure to get some treasure. It is a card of conflict and competition, but these people, they're using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So they are learning how to fight. They are training. And I feel for a lot of you that you have been going through training, or you've been learning, how to do things in life or in your life. And the Five of Wands says it hasn't been easy, but I do feel like you are about to kind of get a result for all the difficulties and challenges, everything that you've learned how to do, basically. With the world, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be a Knight in Shining Armor, by the way, coming in for you if you want love. This could be a person from a distance here with the world card, because it's the world card. It doesn't have to be. It could be just, a person. But the Knight of Cups could be a Knight in Shining Armor. The Knight of Cups is also your dream. He is normally like looking into that cup. He's scrying. He's kind of imagining his future. And he needs to, bring his dream down to earth. He literally showing up on the world. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords, but you're not sure what to do here. We go Eight of Swords twice. Eight of Swords always comes up for you, Leo. Always has since day one of my channel, literally over like 10 years ago, however long it's been. A long-ass time. I've been on YouTube now. And, what I would say here is that the Eight of Swords just says there are so many ways to do anything. The other thing, like I'm not calling you out at all here, Leo, but the other thing I think Leo needs to realize is that I think, when I look at your astrology as well, I think the part of the challenge is that you could be looking, at the next several years, and you could be worried about the changes that are coming or whatever. But I think you need to realize that you are not static. It's like, let's say you've had a job for 20 years and you want to grow, or you want to go get another job. You could be saying, well, I've had this job for 20 years and this is all I've ever known. And it's like, no, you've been learning the whole time, And I feel like that's what the Five of Wands is saying as well, is that, like, I feel like you need to realize, like, just how much you've learned over the past 20 years, even if you're only 20 years old. Doesn't matter. I feel like you need to look at that and say, like, I'm not the same. I am different. I know more stuff, right? And I kind of feel like this reading is saying that for some reason. It's like saying you are not a static being. You are not just always the same. You are always changing, and for the better or for the worse, really. Some people, obviously always go the other direction, but I feel like this is saying you have grown, you have learned new stuff. With the Five of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords here. This could be some sort of conflict in a connection. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords together. They're two people who are not like seeing eye to eye. They're two people who are not communicating. One thing I will say though is I do prefer the Queen of Swords going to the King of Swords this way. Like if it was this way, if the King of Swords was over here and the Queen of Swords was over here, that would be worse to me. But again, some of you could be dealing with a connection where there's like mutual attraction, but there's also isn't any communication yet or something. The King of Swords is showing up in the area of the good stuff. This definitely could be an air sign, by the way, that you're attracting into your life. So if you're attracting an air sign, it could be any sign, doesn't matter. Then, obviously that this would say that there will be communication. I think that this is slow. In the area of what's coming towards you, you have this slow card. Are you attracting a turtle? I have no clue. It says making slow progress, but you're getting there. Remember, slow and steady work leads to success that is sustainable. I cannot talk today, but what I would say here is I kind of feel like you could be attracting a person who is like moving slowly or you're moving slowly. I also get the feeling that if you are looking for love, that you could just be attracting a person you haven't talked to yet. So that could be why it's showing up as the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. You also have this patience card. It says it will require having faith while you're shown the way. The universe will give you what your soul needs at the perfect time. You could also, I do get the feeling that some of you are attracted to a person where you're like, I don't even know how this could happen. Like maybe you're attracted to a person at a distance and you're like, how the hell can I be with this person? Or, maybe you're attracted to your boss or whatever the case may be. So I kind of get that feeling here. I also feel like your progress, just in general, this is saying progress has been slow. You have the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords, again, is only seeing one way of doing things. I feel that really Leo's lesson is to learn that there are so many ways to do pretty much everything that you want to do in your life, but you just have to do it. So I kind of get that energy here off the Eight of Swords. You have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands says that you are very attractive at this time. Again, if you are attracted to a person or if you are attracting a person, it could be another fire sign as well, I'm getting. It definitely could be an air sign or a person, who is like an air rising or an air moon sign or something like that. But I also feel it could be another fire sign. Take it how it resonates. But, I feel like there is mutual attraction here. And I feel like someone needs to move towards their happiness. Like she has a sunflower right here, and that sunflower is pointing towards the sun. The other thing about the Queen of Wands is that she has to do something without knowing what's going to happen. That's the whole point of the Queen of Wands. She's the card of learning as you go. She has this black cat right here, and the black cat kind of represents, during the times of tarot, black cats were considered unlucky, and the whole point of the card is that she doesn't care what anyone thinks. She wants the black cat, right? And so she doesn't care. And, it kind of says that you have to do something in your life without caring, number one, what people think, but also without necessarily having the facts, without knowing that something is going to work out. Really, the secret to life is none of us know what we're doing, right? We just are all kind of winging it and just seeing what will happen. And, I feel like that's what this card is saying. You have the Queen of Pentacles as well. Queen of Pentacles kind of represents resources. I kind of feel like some of you have ideas or you have plans or things that you want to do in your life. And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is saying that, some of you, I feel it's saying that you have to get started before the resources show up. Like some of you might want to do something and you might be saying, I'll do this when XYZ happens. And I feel like the universe is saying, no, you have to do it now. And then what you want will appear, right? It's like sometimes I think people say, oh, I'll start that business when I get the money. But it's like really the other way around. It's like start the business, then the money will appear. And I kind of feel like that's what this card is saying. So let's see. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. So definitely a victory coming in this way here. I feel like you will overcome something that has been holding you back for a while with that Eight of Swords. So if you have been feeling stuck or if you have been feeling like you can't make progress, I feel like you will overcome that feeling. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Moon. The Moon is a card of fears, fantasies, illusions, and it's about bringing those things down to earth. So like I said, there is definitely something that you need to manifest on earth. Again, to me, the Moon says that you have this dream up here that you don't know how you're going to accomplish it, but you need to take the steps to accomplish it, right? The moon is part of the fool's journey, and the fool understands that the moon comes up, the moon goes down, the sun comes up. He understands that eventually there will be light, eventually there will be clarity. And I really get this feeling of you just like needing to one foot in front of the other, needing to keep moving forward, especially if you're working on something new or working towards something new. I think that one foot in front of the other will have you being very successful very quickly. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. This could also be love. Like if you're interested in a person and you're not sure like what to do or whatever, I would just do it. Like I feel like there is no good answer here. It's like maybe you're interested in a person and this is saying just talk to them, or just bump into them or something, like do something. I also feel like this is talking about following your heart. So for all of you outside of love, the Ace of Cups is like your heart. The Queen of Pentacles, like I said, it's almost like the Queen of Pentacles is saying to you, that you need to make a move without the resource. She is a card of resourcefulness. Sorry, I just totally lost. I'm dropping cards today as well. I'm a mess today. But the Queen of Pentacles is about kind of the fact that she's focused on this pentacle. She's not focused on this rabbit right here. The rabbit can represent fertility and abundance, but it can also represent fears and kind of anxiety as well. Rabbits are nervous little creatures, so it kind of says that you are needing to make a move without worrying about like what the outcome could be. So there's like a little bit of risk showing up in this reading. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Here and Now card. I feel like you're seeing things from a proper perspective here. It's like I feel like you're also making decisions, based off the present. It's like you are very present at this time. You also have this Fork in the Road card. Like I said, there's this llama that has like horns or antlers on its head here. I feel like this is a card of like picking a new path, and I do feel that you could be picking a new direction. You have the King of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. The King of Swords, I'm kind of getting a weird message here as well. It's like you finally have the knowledge you need. It's almost like you've learned what you've needed to learn to be able to pick a new path or to move in a new direction. And I feel like that could be making you very successful, or it is leading to a lot more success. So kind of weird, but I do like this. I feel this is saying there's success coming in for you. You have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is about following your enthusiasm. The Page of Wands is very enthusiastic. He's very excited about like new directions and new things. He's also the card of being fearless, kind of like fearlessly moving in new directions. And I kind of feel this reading is saying you need to be fearless. You have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is the only card in the tarot with an eclipse on it right here. And we have an eclipse on the 25th in Libra. So, definitely during the time of the eclipse, you could be walking away from things that no longer serve you. And the Eight of Cups is about walking towards things that make you feel, fulfilled, that make you feel excited, or, that bring joy and happiness into your life. So I definitely feel you could be moving in new directions with that Eight of Cups here. Let's see. With the King of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is another card of being bold, being fearless, moving in new directions. So it seems to me like you are kind of like on this new adventure here. And with the Page of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Really good. Nine of Pentacles says you have all the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities necessary to be very successful. The reason she represents skills is she has these grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot are meant to represent something that's very difficult to grow, but she can grow it well, and it's produced abundance for her. So it like says you are able to do things in life that can bring you abundance, and that's what I would focus on here. She is pre-Empress energy as well. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles could be a new person. Definitely a new person coming in for you here. Could also be a water sign as well, I suppose, but the Page of Pentacles, definitely earth, fire, air stand out to me for sure. This would be a new person, and the Page of Pentacles says to me that there will be communication as well. So that looks pretty good, but we're going to pull 5 main themes now. It could be a Libra as well that you're attracting, but you have this Harmony card, and so I do feel like you are more focused. I feel like you want peace and harmony in your life. That's like what you're trying to create in your life as well. Next, you have this flirtation card. Yes, definitely. If you are interested in a person, there needs to be more flirting, communication. I was getting that here on that Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups, right? So, like, again, maybe I'm not saying you have to make the first move or anything like that, but what I am saying is I feel like you have to, like, do something. You might be, especially if you're interested in a person that has no freaking clue who you are, then it's like you have to do something, right? And so I would do something here. Next, you have this inspiration card. Yeah, I feel like you need to follow your inspirations. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. They both get excited. And even the Queen of Wands, she has that sunflower. That sunflower is pointing towards the sun. It's pointing towards her inspirations, towards her happiness. And I feel like you need to make some moves like towards your happiness or inspirations. You have this publicity card. I feel like there is a lot of attention coming in for you. I tell everyone, Pluto's entering into your opposite sign, Aquarius. And I tell everyone that I think we're in a time where we need to get as much attention as we possibly can. So if you're trying to build a business or anything, or if you're trying to find love even, I would try to stand out. I would do something to get attention. You have the seduction card. Yes, I feel like someone makes you nervous here is what I'm getting. I feel nervous right now, Leo. So I feel like you could be, attracted to a person where maybe you're nervous or maybe they make you nervous, but I feel like there's a lot of attraction here. So definitely really good for love, this reading, but this reading is really good for everything. So I kind of like this here, Leo. I feel like there's good stuff coming in. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.